I think that people have to come to the realization just because somebody speaks in a soft manner. So, like when I interact with people on a personal level, I don't always try to have a domineering voice like I do right now, like a commanding voice. I try to be respectful. I don't know them. I don't care like how they perceive me by my tonality. I try to be respectful. I try to be courteous. Um, I try to be friendly. I think that there's um, this cope with the red pill community that you always have to present yourself as alpha all the time. When think about it, if you do any type of research on like the art of war, you can play mind games with people. Like for instance, you come off as weak. Like, yeah, I'm aloof. I'm aloof. But you don't understand the damage I could physically cause to you if I wanted. Obviously, this isn't going to be every situation. In the Art of War, the book, they talk about coming off as weak to your enemy. So they get cocky basically. So they bombard you when really you're really strong. So what you want to do, like in this, like an old type of strategical battle, um, you come across as you don't have the numbers of soldiers they do. So they look like they have an army of 5,000 people when you only have an army of perhaps 500. That's what it seems like. So then what does the other army do? What does your enemy do? They attack being overconfident that they're just gonna like run us over when in fact I have 2,000 people in the back of me, and then I have already flanked them on both sides with another few thousand, completely annihilating them. What people have to understand is that that is a huge strategical advantage when you deal with people, because like they show their cards, they show their best hand when perhaps you know you have a really good hand, but you're staying back and you want to see their move. When you see their move, you can counteract too. um they have nothing to fall back on. Making people overconfident. This is the mind game you can play with people. For instance, like people probably think that I'm really socially awkward wherever, like at work. People think because I don't talk, I don't really have much conversation with people. Think I come off as weak, and I do have a lower tonality as well when I speak to people. I don't speak to people with authority. When you're on my level or I don't know you, why would I speak to you like I have authority over you? I'm already showing my hands. And some people are intimidated by like that. Like, but it'll catch people off guard if they think that if they perceive themselves as stronger than you, but in fact you're just letting them in, letting them think that they're stronger than you. Then you attack. You have from both sides. So people think, when people look at my profile picture, and what's so beautiful about my profile picture, I think it's on here too, but my ex profile picture is, people look at like I look weak. I look like I'm like 115 pounds. They look at me like I'm a soy boy, and that's the whole purpose of it. That's the whole purpose. So hypothetically, if these people was to meet me in reality, like a Nick Fuentes, they just come up and show up, they would see like I'm a whole different animal than I perceive. And I think that people have to respect that. That's a different type of intelligence. Because the alpha is just so blunt, straightforward, very, very, and it can definitely win a lot of battles, but it also leaves a lot of openings that can be conquered by a higher intelligent person that doesn't show their cards like the alphas do. And women need to understand this too. That just because a man perceives himself as that, just because a man perceives himself as like having a ton of money, they aren't really like that. And I think that that's something that like the Sigma male type of deal, perception that you're a wounded animal when you're really not, limping around, like almost baiting these people to do something. Being able to feel comfortable, overconfident that they can totally dominate you when you are highly strategical in your counter offensive. Perceiving yourself as being poor when you're really not. I think that that's a highly strategical advantage in this life, because what it does, if you perceive yourself as poor, is people aren't going to try to attack you if they don't know you for your resources. They're not going to bother you because they think that you don't have anything. Is this manipulation? Yeah. Well, if you're smart enough to use this tactic, then yeah, why not? And you can use this tactic, and it's a tactic. Everything's manipulation, man. Like seriously, everything is manipulation. At work, I know who's around me without looking at them by the way they, like with my peripheral vision, by the way that their stride is. That's how much awareness I have, how much perception I have in my reality. And that's why it's so boring to me, is because like it's so slow. I actually need reality to be a little bit quicker. Not that like my brain moves way too fast, dude. It moves too fast. I need reality to go faster. I actually need reality to be like on fast forward in order to keep my interest. Because of my awareness is that's such a high skill set, is my awareness. And a lot of people, man, I relate with the Joker, like that movie character, the Joker, which is because but I have really good control of my dark side, my shadow side. We all have a shadow side. Imagine you're in the woods, just me and you, and you're a man. If you're a woman watching this, and you're a man, and you have a bunch more muscle than I do, and I have more resources than you do. Well, what can I do unless I can think of something to defeat you physically? Usually physically, hand on hand, you're going to dominate me and take my resources. Hand-to-hand combat. Now, if I'm highly trained in different like fighting skills, that could be different. But like typically for the regular person, they're going to be dominated and they're going to have their resources taken. So, man, I don't know where I'm going with this, but I think that's a good video. It's a good place to stop.